How goes it, everybody? Check, check. You have 3, 2, 1 to go solve the daily puzzle. Right here. Click this annotation for yourself. That's it. You had your chance. Now we're going to go solve it ourselves. Alright, what do we got here? We have a precarious situation with the queen and rook, likely a discovered check. We'd like to move anywhere and then mate him with the rook on the h-file, but that's not going to work, so now I see it. Must be to attract the king out, and rook takes g5 is clearly not sufficient, and this is mate in 2 anyway. And looks like that's it. If the king had gone to f7, queen to e7 is checkmate. If the king had gone to h7, both queen h5 and queen h4 are checkmate. So in solving this one, my first observation was obviously that we had this chance for a discovered check by moving the bishop, but of course with the queen hanging, you can't just go anywhere, right? Any random discovered check, the queen's going to be lost. So if the rook was on g4 here, what I was sort of implying that the queen wasn't protected, is that if the rook was on g4 here, bishop f7 would work, as well as bishop to e8 actually, as long as you guard g6. And then when he takes the queen with check, you take with the rook, and the king is checkmated on the h-file because the bishop would be guarding the square. So my first consideration was something like that, but quickly realizing that the queen wasn't protected meant that we had to consider something more powerful than just a discovered check. And if there's anything more powerful than discovered check, you know what I'm talking about. That's a double check. So drawing the king out, at first I'll admit I saw queen takes g5 and kind of saw that there would be mate, but I was still considering maybe there was a faster way to do it. But the truth is, queen takes g5 is just a mate in 2, and unless rook takes g5 is mate in 1, then that's it. So again, if king f7, queen e7 is mate, and if king h7, queen h5 is mate. So observing the awkwardness of your opponent's position is sometimes just as important as the weaknesses. When the king is obviously open, or there's obviously some sort of piece under attack, you know, the critical tempo moves you're considering there, the power moves of chess, kind of talk to you. They kind of speak for themselves. In situations where it doesn't jump out at you right away that it was bishop g6, I'm sort of also assessing the overall awkwardness of his position, the fact that the rooks are keeping the king trapped and that the queen is out of play. So you consider ways that can draw the king out, because you're really going to be able to play 2-on-1, so to speak, right? The basketball, you're going to take here with the queen, and the king is going to be competing against the queen and rook anyway, because everybody else is just sort of awkward. So that's it. That's our quick daily puzzle solving today. I hope you clicked the bubble and attempted to solve this for yourself before the video got started. If you didn't, there's nothing else I can do for you. Just remember, there's only 2 things that scare me in chess. One of them is double check. You decide. You think about what the other one is.